start off by, let me ask you your name, brother. What's your name?
Whitey.
All right.
Stevie Whitey Robinson.
All right. And what's your name, good brother?
Ira Tillman.
All right. So listen, what's so important to me, brother, is having you two together is, for me, you represent the early 1980s, man. How long did you do incarcerated?
Well, off and on, 4 different stints. I guess it was 10 years total.
10 years total?
Yes.
What were the charges they had you in?
Diamonds and gold. That was that was always the reason for me going behind bars. It's the pursuit of heist. We were heist artists. Right. We invented a way of knocking off jewelry stores from one coast to the other. Never used a pistol. Never had to hurt anybody. Nobody was ever around. We were just prolific in what we did, and insurance companies, jewelry store, magnet chains were our adversaries, and we knew how to exploit it, and we did it from one coast to the other.
Was this before drugs hit the community? Was this before the cocaine area?
It actually coincided with the proliferation of cocaine and crack cocaine. We were talking the early 80s, 80 to 82 is when we really got the ball rolling. 82 is when we figured out that so much by way of diamonds and gold across the country was just totally left unprotected. Right. And we went across the country, vacuuming it up with relatively most of the time, no problems.
Yes, sir. So let me ask you, good brother, about how long did you do?
30 years.
30 years.
Total.
30 total. So was it
33 total?
33 total. So was it done in increments, or how long altogether? I mean, what was the longest stint?
The longest stint is 27.5.
All right. And before that, you were in state prison?
Yeah, I was in state prison.
So let me ask you, man, what are you known for? Because I just Googled your name, and they told me that you was a drug dealer, but were you at one time, too, out doing your thing with the gold? And
yeah, that was the 70s.
That was the 70s.
That was the 70s, and as Ira said, diamonds was forever with us, diamond and gold, and we did what we wanted to do, and that's how life really goes when you choose to play the game that we was playing in.
Right.
So over the years from 1973 all the way to 1984, we played with the jewelry game and the dope game.
Right. So let me ask you this, though, because I know you had a house, a Rolls Royce, all that type of stuff, man. How old were you when you bought your first house?
I was 17.
17 years old and you bought a house. Where was that house located?
Laguna Hills.
Laguna Hills. And you threw a party out there one year.
Yes,
you might have threw a lot of them, but I remember one, man.
Hey, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's the only thing bad.
You was the only person I knew who had a house like that, brother. Can you maybe tell us how could an average individual coming from South Central LA, even where'd you get that type of knowledge from to put the money together to do something like that?
So let's be real and not cut corners. I was taught by Tootie Reese, Bill Jones, Cuz, Jap. I was taught by the Godfathers of Los Angeles. And when you are taught by some of the best in the world, you become what they are. So when they told me never to get high or never drink, it stuck in my brain, and I did my job. And when I went to the top, I took everybody I could with me to the top. So when we talk about the street dudes, as a whole lot of people look at it, they think they supposed to kill each other.
Right.
Where they supposed to really help each other. Because a person with money don't have the time to kill nobody who don't have none.
Right.
So right today, when we looking at the people as a whole, they have not figured it out. They still thinking that you supposed to kill somebody over a blue or a red rag, where in reality, you supposed to find a way to hustle with those dudes. So don't do the police job.
Right. I don't want to cut you off, but you made me think about something, because when y'all was doing that, when the jewelry store licks was going on, not talking about the drugs, but the jewelry store licks, I would see that there would be a dude from 60s with a dude from Hoover, with a dude from Blackstone. Is that the case, man? Was it like 4 different neighborhoods in one car?
Let me tell you one thing. When it comes to money, the only color that's recognized is green. And Crips, Bloods, even Hispanics on your team, you're going with expertise when your freedom is on the line.
Yes, tell
You
me.
just can't put your neighborhood down. I grew up on the west side, Marvin Avenue Elementary School. Marvin gangsters were prevalent throughout, and West Side Godfather Crips were prevalent. When I discovered when this hustle evolved, and it evolved in my hands, Fela Bob, some people out of the jungle, when we discovered that this was the route that we're going to take, and it was just totally unprotected, we're talking millions of dollars in heists. When we discovered that across the country this stuff was really unprotected, we put down the best workers, the willing workers, the people that were really at your disposal at the drop of a hat, and nobody that had a different agenda. If you put your neighborhood in front of this money, then we're gonna put you in your neighborhood. We're gonna leave you there. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I've had guys inside of a situation where there might have been a safe we were trying to get, and I hear Crips and I hear blood and cuz throughout the whole mission. Right. And it's just what they say.
Right.
But at that moment, what you are is somebody trying to get these diamonds, get this gold, and get this wealth that we're trying to accumulate.
Let me tell y'all why that's so important, man. Because nowadays these young people don't understand that. These young people think that they're supposed to stay in their hood and not interact with other people, or they don't let their relationships be known. But back in the days, it was known to me that these relationships cross streets. So, Whitey, when you started doing other things, it wasn't a jewelry store no more. The one thing I would know, because I used to go to the skating ring, and when y'all showed up, it wasn't one neighborhood, man. There was so many different people that was with you. Where did that come from, man? What made you think that when you started making money, listening to Tootie Reese and all them other guys you named, that you had to include different communities?
Because it's really simple. Where I hope everybody takes something back from this and understand deep in their hearts and soul that money works in different kind of ways. When you out in the streets, if everybody is eating, nobody got no time to pick up the gun to try to kill you, because everybody got everything that they need, and they looking at everybody. And we was on that mission of looking good, looking fly, and catching every broad in town. And every broad in town was on the line. It was a place called Marshall's, had every player in the world at it. I don't care where you came from, it was a player there. And someone lied to walk up like it's a 10 carat in Vegas.
Where's Marshall's at?
On 43rd in Vermont.
Okay, so I wasn't aware of that.
Right next door to Manual Arts. And all the girls is walking down the street, and you was like, look, and somebody New York pull up. Beaver pull up. New York is from New York, and Beaver is from the Pueblos. And it's like, what's going on? And here come Cadillac Bob and Gigolo jumping out the car, hollering about, we just hit for 250,000. And somebody turn around like, what you mean? Somebody else pull up. Man, we just hit for $500,000. What?
See, wait, I gotta call time out, man. Because these youngsters don't know that kind of money, man. And if I was to sit here and tell them that kind of money was available, even though I didn't have it, when y'all had millions of dollars, I had about 10, 14,000, get me one bird when y'all was going through 100. But people don't believe that was possible, man. So go on, finish, man.
The reason why they don't believe it's possible because the environment that they came out of, they hamstringed these kids, these brothers, these players, and they just told them, stay in the hood. But that was other older dudes who never came off the porch before. If they would have been around the dudes who came off the porch right today, all these dudes would be in the race right now. They wouldn't be asking for a record deal or anything like that, a movie deal, because they already be papered out the game. They be riding in Roses. They be riding in Ferrari. But then let me stop for a second, because someone else made some errors.
Right.
They told the dudes it was cool to tell.
Oh, yeah.
And once they told the dudes it was cool to tell, it really destroyed the structure of the game. Right. And now today I'm sitting here telling everybody it's not cool to tell. man, play the game. And if you go down, go down. Don't pay attention to what somebody else talking outside. You just got to go do that time and come
Right.
back home.
So what I want to do is I want to tell them, man, that it's not the money out there like it was in your days. I want to be honest, man, that these dudes out here now, man, they don't make lunch money, man. These dudes out here now that's sitting on the corner, and I think you brought up a good point coming off the porch. They didn't interact like you said, coming out the Marvins, going into the jungles, grabbing somebody. You mentioned the name Fela Bob, you mentioned the name Cadillac Bob. These is legendary names you guys are talking about for me, but for these youngsters, man, they don't understand that.
Because Bob died. Bob died early.
Right.
And all the dudes that hung with Bob, they was living legends.
Right.
And all of them rich. And all of them dead.
Right.
But that don't mean that their legacy should stop living. They should continue to think about how these dudes made their way and imitate them in some kind of way where you understand that you got a chance to be whatever you want to be. Don't let nobody tell you only can have $5. Reach for the ceiling. Stop reaching just for a piece of crumb on the table. It's okay for you to do your job. But the one thing you need to do is stop putting your money and stuff on this internet, showing everybody your money, because they're going to kill you over those crumbs.
Right.
And me, myself, I'll never show anybody anything I have. Right. And I want everybody to understand, at the end of the day, all of us is just brothers, and we hustling, and we just want to stay hustling and living good with each other and respecting each other's wishes.
Going back to your question about how did we get different gangs and different colors to get along for whatever reasons. When you guys fell, you fell hard. When I decided to put Cobra Enterprise together,
you fell hard.
We were going to fall hard. The deal is, and I know you got this phone call too, somebody might call you from the 60s, A-Trade, could be of a Inglewood family, and say, man, I got a nephew, and he's going nowhere fast. Like, can you have him? Can you let him run with your crew? Can you take him on the Cobra Enterprise? Can you? And I've gotten that call from Sleep from 60s or Bulldog from 30s. They had somebody that was a kind of a wayward nephew, and I went and bring him in. They're gonna put work in. You know what I'm saying? And we showed them how to have money, and it was a cooperation there. You know what I'm saying? And the deal is, you have to be a teacher. And a father figure. Right. You were a father figure too, even though you was the same age as a bunch of cats.
Yeah. Right. Each one teach one.
Yeah.
And Skip, I'm gonna say this:
we're leading a nefarious lifestyle, but we knew what we were doing.
Yes.
We were jumping in cars, driving to Oklahoma and Texas and the East Coast.
It was a lick up.
And it was a lick somewhere along the way that we were going to put down and come on back. That's a mission. No. We're coming back with, we're sending boxes of jewelry back.
Send them home.
1,500 pieces maybe. You know what I'm saying? And when we get back, we're balling.
Skip, so you can understand this. This is the difference with this tale and a whole lot of other tales. When everybody looked at rappers and basketball players, they ain't have more money than us.
Oh, I know that.
So we never paid attention to nobody else. But today, I respect the hell out of the rappers, the basketball players, the football players. I respect the entertainers. I respect all of them because some of them do like Jay-Z. I like Jay-Z so much for one little bitty reason. And what's the boy name? Memphis Bleak. Right. He just sold Rockefeller. And they say, what are you going to do with Memphis? He said, Memphis is never leaving me. And that's how I feel about my crew from Whitey Enterprise. They would never leave me, and I would never leave them. And all the rest of the dudes in the world who was in the game, I would never leave them. That's why right today I sit back and tell everybody, hey, pay attention, get back in line, and take care of each other. But this interview is over now, bro.
Hey, listen, but I know it's over, but Ira done wrote a book, man, a couple books. So, real quick, man, wait, hold on a second. I think the book right here, man.
Number 11.
This is not book number 11?
Chamber 19.
5 years.
All right.
19.
So where can people get this book, man?
That's on Amazon. All my books are on Amazon and Borders, Kindle Publishing. That's a third installment of a series that started with a book called Something's Wrong with Liz. The next book was the Peterson Group. This is the third installment. It's called Hangar 19. It's about the formation of the Illuminati.
Oh,
If you have any theories on the Illuminati, if you believe it exists, it's a fantasy. It's not a nut and bolt
not facts.
facts. But if there ever was an Illuminati,
Yes,
this is how they would operate.
That's a myth in it.
That's
That's a myth in it.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, but before now you doing a lot of positive things in the community. I don't want to do this interview and people think you still out there setting up blicks and
They know
stuff.
I don't
man.
sell dope no more.
Right.
Everybody know I don't sell dope.
Well,
no more.
I don't know. I just want to make sure they know that.
But everybody know that I'm just a square now.
Okay, you're a
I just
square.
want to stay a square. And if you guys need some information, look Skip up. He's gonna give me a call and we're gonna have that conversation.
I appreciate you, brother. You took the time out for me, man. Thank you both, man.
Morning, well.
Appreciate it.